Hey, it's Dixie and Mark. It's 10:57 a.m. on Wednesday, July 21st, 2021. And welcome to my live stream. For those of you that are new, I just linked my Twitter account. So it'll send out notifications if you follow me on Twitter. You'll know when I go live. Which is kind of helpful because I have no set schedule for when I stream. I just go on when I have the time. So, if you want to follow me on Twitter, that's at Mark Moore 1978. And yeah, that's it. So, today I'm going to be playing Maniac Mansion for the NES. Um, this is a game that I have played for a long time, since the early 90s. Um, I've it's a game that I love. Now, obviously, this was originally on like the Commodore 64 and the Apple II, but I didn't play it on there. The NES version is the definitive version to me. It's the version of that I played in my childhood. Um, I got introduced to it by my friend Michael Lee Rome. He was a friend of mine that I knew since May of 1990. Like we met toward the end of sixth grade, and we became friends, and we hung out at each other's houses and played each other's NES games. And he got me into Maniac Mansion, and so, yeah, I'm grateful for that. I originally borrowed the cartridge from him, and then eventually traded it. I traded Super Mario Brothers 3 to him for Maniac Mansion, which some people have told me that was a stupid deal, but whatever. And I eventually got a replacement Mario 3 cartridge at the flea market, so. Uh, but anyway. I had originally started up a Maniac Mansion podcast. First episode went up in March. I was going to do like a monthly podcast focusing on different aspects of the game, different ports. Each character was going to get her or his own episode. I was going to focus on team ups, but here's the thing though. Uh, I'm not going to continue the podcast. And there are a few reasons for that. One is that I had my friend Mike on as a special guest for the first episode, and we had a blast talking and reminiscing about the game and just other stuff from our childhoods. And we talked for like 2 hours, and I had to like kind of whittle down the conversation to um, keep just the relevant gaming stuff for the podcast episode. Um, and he enjoyed being on, and he wanted to come on future episodes. He told me to just let him know. Um, then I kind of delayed in getting the second episode set up, and in May, Mike died. Um, he was born with a heart condition, and he had been in a hospital, and things were bad, and we hadn't heard from him. But then we heard from him, and apparently he had a successful operation or whatever, and he was smiling and giving a thumbs up. So I thought nothing of it. But then later on, one day I randomly decided to visit his Facebook page, and I learned that he had died. So I didn't want to continue with the podcast because I was looking forward to chatting with Mike again, and that podcast episode had actually been the first time that we actually talked, like not texted, but actually talked since like 2003, since we last saw each other. Um, and I was going to have not just him, but other guests on for various episodes to discuss different things. Just, asking people from the Maniac Mansion fandom to just come on. No one showed an interest in coming on as a guest for episode 2 when I asked. So I thought, okay, well, I'll get Mike on again. But yeah. Um, so I figured, and the other reason is the podcast format. It takes a while to like set time aside to record podcasts and make sure that there's no noise. So I would probably have to do it late at night, but then I might disturb my cats because my cats sleep in this room. Um, and then there's the process for editing. So I'm not gonna do all of that again. Basically, I have too many hobbies, like too many different various hobbies, and I'm already like streaming. Like I play games every so often, and I'm streaming. I'm pretty new to it, obviously, but I figured this would be a better way to show my love of Maniac Mansion is just to come on and play the game live for anyone that cares to watch. Um, you can still see the first and only episode of the podcast, or rather, you can listen to it on my YouTube channel. That's Tuxedo Mark. And that's all one word. There's no underscore or anything like that. But you can find it there. And I have a free account on Twitch, so it doesn't really save the past episodes for very long. So eventually I just upload them to my YouTube channel anyway, so you can check out my past gaming streams over on YouTube. Um, so anyway, I still have the Maniac Mansion game cartridge that Mike gave me all of those years ago. Don't remember which year exactly that I got it from him, but anyway, I still have it. But I'm going to be playing on emulator because I don't know if the battery in the cartridge still works, and I want to do a few saves while I'm playing because I want to try a few different things in the game to get different endings, and it'll require saving and reloading. So that's why I'm going to use an emulator. Um, a few days ago, uh, You Can Beat Video Games did a extensive video, like a walkthrough to play the game, and they went over various different endings that you can get. But it got me thinking and wondering, well, maybe there's like a different variant on that ending. Maybe there's a variant on that ending. Um, so I want to try a few different things to try to get some different endings other than what they showed in their video, which I highly recommend that you watch anyway. Just go on YouTube and search "You Can Beat Video Games." That's just the letter U, and Maniac Mansion, and you'll see it. It's like an hour and a half long. Um, but anyway, so I'm going to be playing with Bernard and Wendy. Um, and one thing that I never really realized until I watched that You Can Beat Video Games video is that Wendy's Wendy's the only character that actually gets um, a proper like ending, like any kind of acknowledged um, storyline progression of her personal storyline. Here's what I mean by that. Different characters have different desires in the game. Um, like Sid and Razor. Razor has a band. Sid is an aspiring musician that hopes to start his own band, and either of those, you can get a recording contract for them. Um, or you can get a recording contract for the Green Tentacle, and he'll be so impressed that he'll invite you to join his band, which you don't really even acknowledge in the slightest. Um, or he'll be impressed by your demo if you play your demo for him. Um, and he'll want you to be in his band, and the game doesn't really give you a choice in the matter, and it's never brought up again. Um, he refers to you as his bandmates later on, but you know, we don't actually see any kind of unique ending for like Sid or Razor. Dave is the only character that gets a really concrete ending. He's the main character, and you have to use him. His girlfriend Sandy had been kidnapped, so he organizes a rescue effort. So usually, in one of the most common ending that you'll see is Dave and Sandy chatting with Dr. Fred outside the mansion at the end. But there's variations on that, obviously. But anyway, Michael is a photographer or an ace reporter for a college newspaper, and he's or an ace photographer for the college newspaper, I believe. You can use his skill to develop film, and you can help out, obviously, but this doesn't really affect him. Um, Jeff lives on the beach. He's a surfer. He doesn't really have any kind of storyline whatsoever. Um, so let's see, Dave, Jeff, Sid, Razor, Michael. Bernard is really smart. He can fix the radio. He can fix a lot of things. Um, you can use him to call the meteorite police and get rid of the meteor. But again, Bernard doesn't really have a storyline. He doesn't get anything out of the game. He doesn't get like any kind of reward, any kind of unique ending. However, Wendy does. Wendy is the only character besides Dave that can get any kind of an ending. She's an aspiring novelist. Now, um, she can be used to retype the Meteor's manuscript for his memoir and improve it. And you can get a publishing contract for the Meteor, and you can defeat the game that way. So, Wendy, if the Meteor gets the contract and he decides to give up being evil, you'll get a unique ending at a talk show. The Meteor's being interviewed. He's doing the tours and all that stuff. Um, and he thanks the person that made it possible. And then you see Wendy on stage, like off to the side. Now, there's a variation on that ending where if you also have Bernard in your party, you can call the meteorite police. before um, giving the contract to the meteor. So then the talk show ending will start up as usual, but then the meteorite police officer will come and arrest the meteor on live television. And you see Wendy on stage in that ending as well. Now, as for there's also another variation on that on the standard Wendy ending where if you kill Wendy off and you have someone else give the publishing contract to the meteor, you'll get the talk show ending as usual also. But because Wendy's dead, when the meteor thanks you made it possible, you see Sandy on stage as well, or instead of Wendy. So Sandy, Dave's girlfriend, the cheerleader. This is kind of confusing. Why Sandy? But the You Can Beat Video Games video, they gave kind of a plausible explanation. Because why was Sandy kidnapped? Supposedly her brains were going to be removed. It was just some kind of stereotypical experiment, and we weren't meant to look too deep into it. But what if Sandy was? What if the purple meteor used Sandy to type up his memoir? Because he can't type it up on his own. I mean, sure, he can have Dr. Fred do it, I suppose, because he's controlling Dr. Fred. But what if he had? What if the meteor had Sandy type it up? That would be hilarious because when if you have a character read the manuscript initially, they'll comment on how terrible the writing is. Now, would that be due to the meteor, like that it's on him, or does Sandy just have really poor spelling? None of this is acknowledged in the game. It's never stated that Sandy typed up the manuscript, but considering if you do the talk show ending but you kill off Wendy, Sandy gets the credit for some reason. It's never explained. Okay, so what I want to do in this video, well, one of the things that I want to do is what if you both kill off Wendy and call the meteorite police before you have another character give the publishing contract to the meteor? Would you get like yet another variation on the ending? Would you see the talk show and the meteorite police comes to arrest the meteor, but instead of Wendy being there, it's Sandy? That's something that the You Can Beat Video Games video didn't go into, but I started thinking about it, like, huh, maybe? So that's the first thing I want to try out. Well, I want to set up the game to be able to accomplish a few different possible endings, and yeah, just because. So I'm gonna like first try to get that talk show ending, but I'm gonna save the game prior to that so I can try a few different possible endings. So that's what this live stream is gonna be about. Okay, so let's start it up. I love the music in this game. I think the previous versions of the game had only like the theme song, possibly. I don't know. I would have to play them sometime, but in the NES version, each playable character has his own unique theme. So that's cool. That moon is so huge. It's kind of a pet peeve of mine whenever the moon is shown to be so huge, like unrealistically huge. It's like it would wreak havoc on the Earth if the moon was that close or that big. It's interesting that Wendy's the only character that doesn't talk in the opening cutscene. Out of all of the characters that you can select, she doesn't have any dialogue. She can talk during the game, if you do stuff. Um, but yeah. Alright, so as we all know, Dave is pretty much useless. He has no special skills of his own, unique to himself. So he's gonna get the job of pushing the loose brick in the dungeon. Now, switch to Wendy. I'm gonna give Wendy the key to the house just because she's gonna be waiting for the manuscript to come in the mail later on, so it'll be useful if she has the key, so she can let herself back into the house instead of having to get a character to open the door for her. Okay. Now here's an example of Sandy being able to say something. Let's say you want to give away her CD player. All of the kids will say this. They refuse to part with their CD player, but she says, no way. Anyway, so use key in front door. Now we're gonna let Dave go in and get captured by Nurse Edna in the kitchen, so he can get sent to a dungeon and take up his rightful place by the loose brick. Alright, now that the kitchen's clear, can switch back to Wendy. We can't have Bernard go in because he'll be scared of the green tentacle, so he can't be the first one to see the green tentacle. I guess once the other characters see the green tentacle, then it'll be fine for him, but yeah. Let's see, we want the old batteries, and Pepsi. All this stuff we can technically feed to the green tentacle, but he wants the bowl of waxed fruit. That'll satisfy him immediately, so... Yeah, all of this stuff, even the tentacle chow, it's like, I don't think it satisfies him immediately. Weird Ed's going into the kitchen to get some cheese for his hamster. That happens early in the game as well, so we'll just wait for him to clear out of there. We need to get the glass jar. This door leads out to the outdoor area, so we can get to the swimming pool, which we'll be doing later. Okay. So now he's out of there. No one ever comes into the kitchen anymore. Funny thing about this game, you can get followed out into hallways, but not into other rooms by characters. It's like, they'll chase you only so far. They won't go into another room after you. They can come out into the hall, but that's about it. Anything we need in here? So this will be Bernard's area. Let's just open this stuff up and get ready. He'll get the radio tube, and we'll need the stereo. We need to get that key later on. Let's see. There's the library or the den, I guess. You can't go up that staircase. That's a big mystery why that's there, but anyway. Alright. No one ever comes into the dining room or the living room, which is what this is, or the den. A lot of these rooms are safe areas. Okay, so let's go up the staircase. No one ever comes to either of these two rooms. Either. Pardon my dog, Lucky. I've got a pet chihuahua. Anything will set him off. He'll just bark at any little disturbance. Get the little wax fruit. Oh, hey, Empress Dairy. I think we might need a paint remover and the paintbrush as well. This is the music room. Um, don't need that. There's a cutscene. Dr. Fred's getting ready to hook Sandy up to his zombie Maniac machine so she can get her brains removed. You'll get cutscenes throughout the game for a while, but eventually, um, they'll stop. So you think you're running out of time, but actually you pretty much have infinite time in this game. There's just an initial sense that you're running out of time, but it ultimately doesn't amount to anything. Now we gotta make sure that Wendy watches the commercial, so she'll know where to send the manuscript. You don't need to read the address sign for the mansion outside because you don't need to know the return address, which is really strange if you think about it. I mean, wouldn't you have to put that on an envelope in order to get something back from Three Guys to publish anything? I would think so. But, I don't know why I got that cassette tape, actually, because I'm not playing with either of the musician characters. But anyway. All of these rooms on the second floor are unoccupied. This is Dr. Fred's office. He doesn't ever go into his office. They have to get the manuscript. It's written by a meteor? How strange. Okay. Yeah, that would probably be my reaction too. This is the arcade room, which we're not going to use. You have to, like, what they want you to do is, in order to get the the security code for the lab, to get into the lab, it's whatever the highest score is on the Meteor Mess game. But if you don't fix the power to the arcade room so Dr. Fred can play the game, the score is going to be 0. So that's what the password is. So that's an easy way to get around it. You don't have to go through that entire scenario at all. Okay. Alright, so let's find the Pepsi. Oh. These little cutscenes help to give you an idea of what's going on in the game. Um, like to flesh out the plot. Now, obviously, the kids aren't going to be aware of these conversations. It's just for the player's benefit. The only thing is when Weird Ed's package arrives, which, by the way, speaking of, let's have Bernard go and wait for the package because we need to get the stamps off it. So he can grab it before Weird Ed gets it. We'd still beat the game with Bernard if we don't get the stamps, but I want to do Wendy's ending. Oh, did I not give you your stupid drink? Oh, probably because the cutscene interrupted. Oh, that door leads to the dark room. That's only if you're playing as Michael, where you can develop film in there. Okay, let's open the first door. This is Dr. Fred's bedroom. He never goes in here. This is the radio that Bernard's going to use to call the meteorite police eventually. But we need to get the number. Ah, 9111. I believe that's the first you can get there's a few, like 3 or 4 different possibilities for the numbers to call the meteorite police. And I believe the first time that I played the game, that's the number that I got. And I thought, oh, that makes sense. It's like 911, but with an extra one. But no, there's actually a few different possibilities. If you're playing with Sid or Razor, you can help him get a recording contract, and he'll be on your side and help you get into a lab. Or at least get past the purple tentacle to get into the inner lab. But he's the only thing that we need here now is this key. Yes, the yellow key. This activates the Weird Ed soul, which I don't think we're gonna. Are we gonna need the key? Maybe to unlock the trunk. I'm not sure. But it's useful to get the key anyway. Pick up this dime. The dime's to read the combo on Nurse Edna's safe. We have to like use the telescope to be able to read the combo. But we'll get to that. This is Dead Cousin Ted's room. Apparently he's the mummy, but there's hints that he's alive because he's got TV in his sarcophagus and a pillow. But the important thing here to do is use his equipment, his weights, because apparently he works out. You need to use it, use the Hunk-O-Matic machine, trademark, in order to open up the grating to get underneath the house and also to open up the garage door. Okay. Now let's go into his bathroom. Apparently there's only one bathroom in the entire mansion. Alright, the sponge is to get the developer fluid, so we don't need that. Wanna use the toilet? None of the kids are gonna do their business in front of you. Yeah, they're aware they have an audience. You need to get the faucet handle from the garage in order to turn on the water and move dead cousin Ted aside to reveal Nurse Edna's phone number so you can call her if you want to distract her that way so you can get the stuff that you need from her room. You don't have to do it that way. You can have another kid get hauled off to a dungeon, and then you can go in there. But the thing is, you'll have only a limited amount of time. If you have one of the kids call Nurse Edna, then the other kid can go into her bedroom and she'll be so distracted by the phone conversation that she won't even notice you. And as long as you stay on that screen, you can stay there as long as you want. Now, we don't really need an infinite amount of time in Nurse Edna's room. And once you go up to her to the wall, to the safe, then I gotta switch to Bernard. I don't need the entire package technically. You need that only if you're playing as Michael, but you need to get the stamps anyway. If you go off slightly to the side, Weird Ed won't see you and he'll think someone's playing a trick on him. I think even if you're staying on the same screen, technically. But if you're slightly off to the side, he won't see you. Somehow. Oh yeah, I had given Wendy the key because I thought she would have to be let back. She would have to let herself back into the mansion, but now I'll have to have her let Bernard back into the mansion. Or into the mansion for the first time, I should say. Anyway, in here, let's see, use paint remover on paint blotch. I don't think we need the brush actually, but anyway, open the door. Okay, wires. Yeah, this is where you would fix the wires in order to get the arcade game to work, but we don't need to do that in this scenario. We don't need to do it in any scenario actually, because you can just skip around that. Going up here to this attic, you have to grow the plant using radioactive water from the swimming pool because Dr. Fred is so cheap that he cools down his nuclear reactor. He cools down the fuel rods with swimming pool water. Yeah. Anyway. So now I believe this is Weird Ed's room, but I'm gonna need Bernard. Um, kind of wish there was a way that you could, when I wanted to go to, that it would bring up like a list of previously visited areas, and you can just immediately go there. I mean, let's let Bernard back. Let's let Bernard into the mansion. Let's give the package to Wendy. She'll keep the key because she's going to be the one to send the manuscript in the mail later on. She'll have to wait outside. Let's see. Do I need to give Bernard anything? Let's see. Let's open the package so the stamps will come off. But if you try to open the package itself, that would be illegal. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna eventually give the glass jar. Well, hold on to the glass jar for now, yeah. Alright. I think that's everything for now. There's there's the key on top of the chandelier in the living room. It's like an old rusty key, and that's only if you want to let yourself into the dungeon. It's not really necessary. Dave's there; he can push the brick. So I don't think we're gonna do that. That's probably why I got the cassette tape. If you record like tentacle mating calls, I think, and you play it in the living room on the stereo, the walls, the windows will shatter, and the chandelier will shatter and fall to the floor, and you can get the key. But yeah, I don't. Is that the key? Wait, hang on. Let me. Oh, let's get Bernard out of the way in case anyone comes down here. But anyway, I want to actually when he needs to go over here. I'm gonna check what that key is exactly. Alright. This is... No, actually, I think we need this key. Or do we? You know what? Yeah, this isn't the record that we need. It might be in Green Tentacles room. Which, if you know, if you notice, immediately after you get past Green Tentacle here in the landing, he'll just move off to his side by that plant. But then when you go upstairs and go up to his room, he's there. Like he beat you there. Okay, I think this is the record that we need. Yes, I know you're depressed, Green Tentacle. Sorry, I can't help you in this scenario. Alright. You do not want to play the tentacle mating calls for the Green Tentacle. You can do that by recording it on a cassette tape and playing it in stereo, but he will mate with you and you will die. I'm not kidding. There's only a few ways that you can die in this game, and you have to do some really stupid things in order to do it, but yeah. Have to go to the music room and make a recording of the tentacle mating calls on the blank cassette tape. Okay. Oh, this is the old rusty key. Oh no, this is the key to a dungeon. I guess it's useful to have, but we don't really need it. Um, Alright, I'm gonna go in. Gonna need Bernard for this. I don't think anyone's gonna come down to this floor anymore now that Weird Ed's no longer expecting his package. Or I guess he is still expecting his package technically, so I guess when the manuscript arrives, he'll come down and check it out. But anyway. And we need the silver key. I believe that opens the door in the pantry so you can go outside. Alright. Get some radioactive water, which somehow doesn't harm Wendy, but whatever. The radioactive water is harmful only once you steam it in the microwave, and it will kill you, so don't do that. And yes, it'll kill only you. It doesn't matter if another kid is right there with you. It'll kill only the currently selected character. Oh, trunk is locked, okay. Oh. Can give the keys to give the tools to Bernard later so he can fix the phone in the den so you can call Nurse Edna and distract her. We don't have to do that, but I'll do it anyway. Yeah, okay. New kid. Bernard. Actually, Bernard needs to get strong so he can go under the house and turn on the water valve to drain the pool so Wendy can go down there. We need to have him work out. I'm probably doing all of this very inefficiently. I mean, speedrunners could probably do it faster, but whatever. I'm gonna save the game. Alright. Okay. Glowing keys for the padlocks for this security door to get into a lab. Can get the rate. Can get the radio if you want batteries for a flashlight, but it's not necessary. And then just go up. Have Bernard turn off the water valve so the house doesn't blow up, right? Okay, I guess now I'll have Wendy go and rewrite the manuscript. Oh no, I need to get Bernard so I can get the envelope. And I also need to get stuff from Weird Ed's room. Yeah. Put the water faucet back on for, or no, okay. No, let's do the where's the manuscript? So does she just type over the original wording, or what? What is it? Oh, she certainly has a high opinion of herself. Wendy, stand front and center and say that again. This is regarding what she just wrote. Okay. Okay, your number is 7537. Gonna have Bernard come up here. Well, actually, Bernard needs to do a few things. Um, needs to get the radio tube so we can fix Dr. Fred's radio so we can call the Meteor Police. Needs to get the tools from Wendy so we can fix the phone in the den. There's actually a few things. Maybe we should hit up Weird Ed first and steal his stuff. Just stick the radio tube in the radio. Jeff, the surfer character, for some reason can fix the phone as well. That's his only skill, and it's not even needed to beat the game, and Bernard can do it anyway, so Jeff is pretty much useless. The next most useless character, besides Dave himself. Um, So let's see. Do I need to give Bernard anything else right now? Probably not. Okay. Wendy's gonna wait here. Bernard's gonna go into Weird Ed's room and get taken to a dungeon so Wendy can steal Weird Ed's stuff. Wendy has to be quick about it, but if she gets caught, she can just give him his package and his hamster and whatever, and he'll she'll befriend him. And then that applies to all the kids. It doesn't matter that uh, Weird Ed hasn't met all of them or whatever. Once one kid befriends Weird Ed or Green Tentacle, then they're friends with all of the kids somehow. Takes a while for Weird Ed to get back up to his rooms. We're just gonna pillage and plunder. There's a few very important things that we need to get. I wasn't quick enough. Crap. Well, alright. Kid. Dave, time to do your duty. Gotta make sure to give the hamster to Weird Ed right away. Now, in case he'll get pissed at me for stealing his dimes, I'll kind of have the package ready to give to him. Oh, don't tell me. I gotta let both of them out so I can have Bernard distract Weird Ed. So when they can steal a dime. One complaint that I have about this game is a lot of it is pretty redundant, walking from point A to point B. I feel like If you've already been to a room, you should be able to go there directly if you want to. You need 2 dimes to operate the telescope, that's why. Oh, come on. Too bad we can't skip all this. Alright, void of detection. Make sure I got 2 dimes. Yeah. Alright, now. Need to get Bernard out of the dungeon. So he can fix the phone. So we can... Oh. Cutscene. I have no idea what that scenario is about. I wonder if you're out in the hall before and after this cutscene, is Dr. Fred gonna catch you? I don't think I've ever seen that situation happen. See if you use the phone. It seems to be broken, so use Tools. On phone. That should do it. Okay. So now I guess just, actually, yeah, call Nurse Edna. Oh, I forgot her phone number. Jeez. Have Wendy go and get it. Read it again. Conveniently, it's right here. Oh, it's looks like that cousin Ted went back in place while you were out. 7537. Now, what happens if I leave the bathroom and immediately go back in? Come on. Yeah. Let's try this again, but okay, he moved out of the way. Leave. Come back in. And he's right back in his spot. Anyway. So now let's have Bernard. Actually, let's save. Okay. Just in case. Wonder what happens if you try to call Meteorite Police on a regular phone. Oh, Ted died during an operation. Apparently he's been dead at least 20 years. Oh shit. Okay, looks like you have only a limited amount of time once you call Nurse Edna for her to be distracted. Which is a bit odd. don't know if this will work again. Yeah. I don't know, it's maybe. Let me try something. I think there's a way to freeze. Nurse said no if you quickly switch to another kid and then switch back. Okay. So now, gotta be very quick. I don't know if I can pull this off. Oh, he says she just hung up. Okay. Oh, she's not frozen? Alright. It looks like we're gonna have to do the tag team. Have Bernard hauled off to a dungeon, have Wendy go into a room. Ah. I suppose if we befriended Weird Ed, um, we could use his room to wait in until we're ready to go into Nurse Edna's room, but whatever. Um, actually, yeah, okay. Actually, save again. just in case. Just barely. She's a fast old lady. She got back to her room really quickly. Is there a light switch up here? Oh yeah. Yep, don't know the number. Okay, so if you try to read scroll number, doesn't work. You know what? I really should have given those dimes to Bernard so he could. Anyway, let's get captured, go down to a dungeon. Yeah, okay. I'm not used to playing this scenario at all. It's probably one of my least played team-ups, so... But anyway. I didn't ask her to pick up anything. Actually, where was the... Oh, I have to go into the, which room is that again? This one? This one? I don't know. Okay. Oh. Give. Star to. Alright. Give Pepsi a plant. If you don't give him a can of Pepsi to make him burp, he'll bite you and you can't get up there. Wow, the plant looks refreshed. Okay. It still makes biting motions, though. At least it made one biting motion. Maybe it's just going. Ah. Oh, it's burping. It's burping. Okay. I missed that one. Let me see it again. Burp. Come on, burp. Yeah. Okay. All right. If you want to just look at the sites first, we'll basically just see planets and stuff. But you have to turn the telescope twice to the right. Don't screw this up, because then we'd have to get more dimes from Weird Ed, and that's a hassle. Use dime in coin slot. Push right button. Now, if you want to use the telescope just to look at what's there, it's the house. Okay. Use diamond control panel. Oh. Use diamond coin slot. Push right button. Use telescope. That's 1029. That's the safe combo. Oh, I guess here. Now get Bernard off the dungeon. Yeah, so distract. Nurse said no, so Wendy can go up to the safe and get the envelope. Gotta remember the combo. It's 1029. Alright. Gonna save again. Okay. Okay. Now, do not open the envelope. Do not open the envelope. You have to steam it open. Alright. Well, first we're gonna get captured, obviously. Alright. Oh, hey, can we leave your username? House strings? Hey. Okay. Oh, that's right, I got Steam. Steam open the envelope. First gotta go to the kitchen. Alright. Let's save the game again. Okay. Oh, I have to get the class star later on. Thanks for following, Hellstrings. But right now, just get the envelope. Now we can open the envelope. There was a quarter inside. Okay, you can use the quarter in a Pepsi machine. Inside the inner lab. Doesn't serve any purpose whatsoever, but if you want to drink an ice cold can of Pepsi, it'll be refreshing. So, all right. So now let's go and type the address to 3 guys who publish anything using the typewriter. Okay. Use envelope with typewriter. Okay, I'll type the publisher's address. Read. And it's addressed to 222 Skyscraper Way, okay. Use manuscript in envelope. Use stamps on envelope. They stick! Yay. Alright, I'm wondering, would you be able to steam the stamps off the envelope in the microwave? Oh. Dr. Fred's gonna turn off the power for a few minutes. It's gonna last like 5 minutes in real time, I think. And you really can't do anything during that time. So that'll be my cue to step away for a bit and get something to drink. I'll do what I can before the power actually shuts off, and then just gotta chill, hang out. Oh hey, Ragnarok. I'll have Wendy go outside and mail the thing and then wait for it to show up. Alright, actually, let's see if I can get the glass jar off of my microwave. Okay. Let's go outside. Oh, okay. Alright. Mailbox. Use envelope and... Funny thing, according to a grandfather clock in this game, it's 9 p.m. Why would the Postal Service be running during this time? And why would they specifically be coming by this mansion, notice the flag is up in the mailbox, and decide to pick up a letter? Gotta pull the flag. And then just, let's see, what can we do? Let's let Bernard out. Not sure what Bernard's gonna do now, but he can go to Dr. Fred's office. Get ready to call the Meteor Police. Yeah, I noticed that. Alright, go up to Dr. Fred's, not his office, but his bedroom. So we can get ready to call the Meteor Police. I think I'm going to do every possible ending using this team up just to see what happens. Alright, let's save again. So now, um, okay, the power shut off. So now I think there's really not much left to do. Gotta wait for the mail to show up, which also takes around 5 minutes. But first, we gotta get the cutscene from Three Guys, where Mark Eater, marketer, get it? Mark Eater gets the package. So first, I'll wait to see that. That takes about 5 minutes. Um, so it should happen before the power comes back on, because that's also 5 minutes. But I sent the package before the power shut off, so we'll wait for that cutscene, and then just gotta wait for the package to arrive. Um, Not much else to do except wait right now. So, what kind of games do you like to play? Ah, oh, you can play guitar? Cool. Okay, I can't switch to Wendy because if you're waiting by the mailbox, um, and if you're on the character, if you have the character selected that's waiting by the mailbox, the mail won't arrive, and the mail won't be taken either. I don't think so. Uh, yeah, I know the feeling. I used to have a really slow PC too. This one's newer. I got it back in September. It's my fifth computer. But anyway, I think I'm gonna get something to drink from the fridge. I'm guessing since Weird Ed never actually got his package, when the doorbell rings, he'll think it's it. I'm not sure. I don't know if that'll happen or not, honestly. But anyway, I'll be back in a bit. So I've got the volume muted on my PC just so the microphone doesn't pick up the game audio. I don't know if that'll cause any kind of weirdness or whatever, but just in case, I have the game audio muted. I have the entire audio on my PC muted, so I won't be able to hear the doorbell when it rings. So I'll just have to check periodically. You want me to boost the audio output? Oh, power's back on. I can raise it a bit. I just didn't want it to overpower my voice. How's that? Is that better? Go up a little more? Okay. Like that? Okay. Alright, so... Oh, it's arrived, okay. So she'll need to present this to a purple tentacle in order to get into the inner dungeon. So now... I'm gonna get captured. Didn't he already... He already checked this. I'm guessing that's why he shut off the power. You see, he was just in here, which means he came out into the hallway, and I guess he just never noticed me. So I guess he can't get captured by Dr. Fred. I'll let it capture me, I guess. Okay. So... Oddly enough, Purple Tentacle does not come out into a dungeon to investigate why the door has suddenly been unlocked. Okay, let's save again. Alright. So now, I'm going to do the first ending, which is the Wendy lives ending, the Meteor ends up happy ending. Um, so yeah, let's do that. He caved really quickly. Okay, now let's sit back and watch. This is the happiest ending. Okay, next I think I'm gonna do the ending where Bernard just calls the Meteorite police and the Meteor gets arrested. Yeah, it's NES. Alright, so let's load up the save game. So now, switch to Bernard. Oh, turn on the radio. It's gonna take around 5 minutes for the meteorite police to arrive. Okay. So let's switch to Wendy so she'll be able to pick up the meteorite police badge after the officer drops it, and then she'll go in and save the day again. But it's gonna take a while for the meteorite police to arrive. I really like the various characters' music in this game. That's really why I consider this to be the definitive version of the game, even though various things were censored from the original, just to comply with like Nintendo's standards at the time or whatever. But despite all of that, I still prefer this version of the game. And it's kind of, I love that the fact that each of the kids has their own music, but you gotta wonder how they don't get captured by blasting that music throughout the mansion. Yeah, I think the PC version is probably a bit more difficult because you're not able to use the cheats to open up the lab door. You actually have to play through some extra stuff in order to get um, the combination. pretty much none of these characters look the same from one version of the game to another. They change the hair colors, they change the clothes. Um, Even the box art doesn't match the character sprites in the game itself. Each of the kids' songs that they have in their CD players, the titles are parodies of actual songs by actual artists. Wendy's is like a sonatina in G minor, G major, or something, and that's a piece by Beethoven. Not the actual one used in the game, but the title is like a reference to one of his works. Dave over here, his his song is "The Boys Are Still Back" by Fat Patty, and that's a parody of "The Boys Are Back in Town" by Thin Lizzy. Here we go. I always found it weird that the police badge would already be lying on the floor of the dungeon before he actually walks up to that spot to drop it. Okay. Wonder if we can read the badge. It's a badge number. Okay. Alright. It's odd that the purple tentacle doesn't even try to do anything until you walk up to him. Sure, purple tentacle, I'll believe that. Once again, he caves very quickly. You're not gonna help me. No, he's not gonna do anything. Okay. So this is a pretty standard ending. This is probably one of the more common endings that people see, where it's Dave and Sandy outside the house. Alright, so now let's load the saved game again. And this time, I'm gonna backtrack a bit. I'm gonna uh well, hang on. I gotta make sure I give Dave all the important things. He needs card key. I'll give him the glowing key too, just in case. And contract. Okay. Wendy, prepare to meet your doom. Actually, yeah, I got everything. Alright. Fun fact, way back in the day, like in the 2000s, I made my own soundtrack album for this game. I made like a CD, and I used all the music from the game, but I also used the songs that the game titles in the game were parodying, except I didn't know all of them at the time, so some of them I had to like make a guess as something that would be appropriate for the characters. But one track that I used as like a bonus was Attack of the Radioactive Hamsters from a Planet Near Mars by Weird Al Yankovic. Because it's got a line about the hamster getting too close to a microwave, and so and the general vibe of that song is like weird. So yeah, listen to the song if you haven't heard it. It's pretty funny. Okay, use glass jar with swimming pool. Okay, so we got a jar full of radioactive water. I don't think steam can be created from just a few seconds in a microwave, but whatever. Alright, so now I'm gonna have Dave save the day. Sandy will think he contributed greatly to this mission. Alright. So this is the Wendy dies but Meteor's happy ending. So let's look at it. It's pretty much the same, except for who's standing on the stage. And it's Sandy. I couldn't have done it alone. So this is why I recently only heard of this theory myself, that Sandy was that the meteor got Sandy to type up his manuscript for him, and the writing is terrible. But yeah, it makes sense because it's not like he can type it up himself. Anyway, so now I'm gonna do something a bit different. I'm gonna give Dave the needed things as usual. It's just the card key, right? I think so. Alright, so now I'm gonna have Wendy wait outside on the porch. And I'm gonna have Bernard call the meteor police, and we're gonna do the meteorite police sending, and I'm gonna see if Wendy's gonna be visible on the porch during the ending scene between Dave, Sandy, and Dr. Fred. It's kind of... something like that. Or maybe not have her staying where they're gonna be staying. And we're staying right there. Okay. I have Bernard calling the meteor police. This might not amount to anything. Wendy being on the porch might be completely ignored. Who knows? Let's switch to Dave, so he'll be ready to save the day. Gotta wait for the meteor police to arrive. I'm gonna get something to drink. I'll be back in a bit. Okay. I'm trying to think of more possible endings that I can do with this team. I want to try to do all of them. I'm not able to do Ghost Dave because the only way that you can make a ghost character is if you have Sid or Racer nuke the hamster in the microwave and give it to Weird Ed. So some other song titles that the game parodies. Bernard's is CompuNerd by the Rocket Scientists, and from what I've been able to gather, that's a parody of the song Girl You Want by Devo. But before I knew that, when I made my homemade soundtrack album, I think I used like She Blinded Me with Science by Thomas Dolby for Bernard's song. I could totally imagine Bernard listening to Thomas Dolby. He, Weird Science by Oingo Boingo probably works as well. Um, let's see. Sid's song is Psychedelic Brie by Metal Flake, and for the longest time, I wasn't able to figure out what that song title is a parody of, and no one else seemed to know either. I asked a musician friend of mine, um, and he guessed that it's a parody of, I believe it's called Alan's Psychedelic Breakfast by Pink Floyd. Um, Razor, oh, here we go. Alright. Let me see if the badge number is the same from one gate to another. Probably doesn't make any sense to randomize the badge number, but yeah, it's just 714. I wonder what would happen if someone did a tool-assisted speed run where you got into a lab and pulled the switch before Dr. Fred could activate the self-destruct sequence. Would he still need to deactivate it? Psychedelic Brie by Metal Flake. Well, you see, the band name doesn't match up, but Psychedelic Brie, Alan's Psychedelic Breakfast, kinda. You see, okay, so that was kind of a waste of time, but maybe not, because I wanted to see if Wendy would be on the porch where I left her. I mean, all of the other things are the same. The mailbox is open, the grate's open, but Wendy's not on the porch. So that's odd. Anyway, let's load the state again. So now what I want to do kill off Dave and do the meteorite police ending. Let's see. Give. Where's the glass jar? Have Wendy push the brick, let Dave out. Yeah, the band titles don't always match up. I mean, assuming CompuNerd is a parody of Girl You Want, I mean, Devo and the Rocket Scientist, I mean, those names don't match up, but it's a song title that matters, I think. I mean, you know, Thin Lizzy, Fat Patty, I can see that, but, you know. Razor's theme is No No Never Never Well Maybe Sure Okay by The Void, and that's a parody of Never Say Never by Romeo Void. Michael's theme is Flashbulb Funk by Princess, and I believe that's a parody of Weekend Funk by Prince. Jeff's theme is Surf Face by the Goofy Feet, and from what I've read, that's not a direct parody of any specific song, but rather it's like a parody of the band The Lively Ones, who did a lot of surf music, and a lot of their song titles had the word surf in them. And Goofy Foot is apparently a surf term, so... Okay. Yeah, sounds like it, definitely. Alright. I probably should have had Bernard call the Meteorite Police ahead of time. Just so we can save some time now. And if I remember correctly, this ending will show Sandy standing with whichever character happens to pull the switch at the end. So maybe Sandy and Wendy will get together. What are great? Are you looking up the songs? Oh, the scenes, yeah. Okay. Alright, so now just gotta wait for the meteoroid police to show up again. One possible thing that I could do if I decide to play with Sid or Razor one day is do like Dave, Sid, and Bernard. Kill off Dave. Make him into a ghost, but have Bernard call the meteorite police so Dave doesn't have to put on the radiation suit. And then have Dave pull the switch at the end. So Sandy would probably be standing with Ghost Dave and Dr. Fred in the ending in that scenario. But because Dave's a ghost, it would probably just look like Sandy and Dr. Fred standing outside the mansion, right? Yeah, that's the only thing that you can use the radio for is to call the meteorite police. Just read the phone number on the wanted poster right next to the radio and it'll tell you which number to call. I'm surprised that you're able to successfully call the meteorite police and they'll arrive even if you haven't read the address sign for the mansion. I mean, if you don't know the address, how are you going to relay that information to meteorite police? Oh yeah, that's possible. Sure. Didn't think of that. But then again, as I mentioned earlier in the stream, in order to send stuff to three guys who publish anything, you need to get their address from the TV commercial. But apparently you don't need to know the address of the mansion in order to send them something in the mail. But then how will they know which address to send the contract back to you? Easy way to explain it, I guess. Yeah, the mail carrier picks up the envelope. It's like, what? There's no return address? So walks over to the address sign and okay. Going above and beyond the Call of Duty. Yeah, I know, but it's fun to speculate about this stuff. Wendy's got some stylish shoes. They're like black shoes with gold soles, and can't tell if those are supposed to be gold socks or if the top of her shoes are gold. Okay. Yeah, and he didn't even need the card key to get in to the meteor's room. Okay. Bernard? Wendy did all of the work. Why is Bernard? So I guess it's whoever calls the meteorite police is the one that is with Sandy when Dave's dead. I've seen clips of the show. I don't think I ever really watched it. I might have to check it out sometime. Alright, so that brings up another possibility. Let's load the state again, and this time gonna do the same thing. We're gonna kill off Dave. Actually, yeah, this will take some doing, but me for a bit. Oh, crap. He needs the jar. Give. Let's go. Dave. So much for him. Poor Dave. So now what I'm gonna do, it's gonna take a while, but I'm gonna switch Wendy and Bernard's positions. So Wendy calls the meteorite police and Bernard pulls the switch. I'm gonna see if that makes the difference to the ending. And Wendy ends up in the ending because she was the one who called the meteorite police. Maybe. We'll see. Alright. So Wendy has to give Bernard card key. Come on. Give card key to Bernard. That should be it. Now, send Wendy up to Dr. Fred's room. Alright. So now I'm just waiting for the meteorite police to show up again. Okay, cool. Thanks, let me know. I believe it's 5 minutes. I think it's a 5 minute wait for everything in this game. Like, 5 minutes for power to be out. Um, I'm not sure, but yeah, thanks for checking. Wish there was a way to skip this. Like, if you truly have nothing to do, you could do like a skip function. But no. So I'm trying to think of what other possible endings that I could do. What if I kill off one of the kids and then like kill off Wendy, have Bernard call the meteorite police, and it's Dave and Sandy outside the house. Is the dialogue going to be any different if Wendy's dead? I'll have to try that one next. I'm gonna get some of the drink. I'll be back in a bit. Okay. Alright. Looks like it came back just in time. So how long did it take for the meteorite police to arrive? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Now let's see who's outside with Sandy. It's Bernard again. What the heck? Does Wendy not get any credit? Alright, so let's load up the save state again. This might be kind of... I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. What do you mean she responds? Sandy's the only one that talks in the scene. What I'm saying is Wendy does not appear in the final scene outside the house no matter what. Doesn't matter who calls the meteorite police or who shuts down the zombie Maniac. It doesn't matter if Wendy does either of those things. She doesn't appear in the final scene. It's always Bernard. So here's what I'm gonna do. Hang on, let me think through this. Give. You mean like because Wendy's the third character that I selected her third that she doesn't get to do anything? Well, it's only one other character besides Sandy. So okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Let me find the glass jar. Give the glass jar to Dave. Gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna kill off both Dave and Bernard. Um, gonna kill off both Dave and Bernard, and I'm gonna have um, Wendy be the sole surviving character. Let's see if that makes any. I'm gonna have Bernard call the meteorite police and then run down to the kitchen and kill himself. Oh, I guess I'll have to refill the jar. I, hmm. Okay, just want to make sure. Yeah, the pool water is radioactive. Dr. Fred is so cheap, and he's trying to take over the world on a budget, that he uses his swimming pool to cool down the nuclear fuel rods. Okay. I know. He can't reach the. Alright. Let's go. And, alright. So now, just wait for the meteorite police to show up and have Wendy save the day. Uh, yeah, you exist. You can't do anything whatsoever. You just kind of you just lie there. What do you mean switch characters to dead ones? You can switch back to the dead characters. Yeah, you just can't do anything. I think in the PC version or one of them. Okay, because usually when you kill off a character, you lose everything in that character's inventory. All of it's just gone. Um, which can make the game unwinnable if you kill off a character while holding an item that you need to beat the game. So I think I read that in one of the revisions of the game. I don't know if it was on the PC or what, but when you died, all of your items were put in a box next to your grave. So another character can come and pick it up. Maniac Mansion is being an early point and click adventure game. There are some ways to make the game unwinnable. And I don't mean like killing off all the kids or whatever. There are some situations in which the game can just become completely unwinnable, but it doesn't let you know that. So you can continue trying to play the game for hours and not realize that you can't win. I think LucasArts moved away from that in later games because they thought it was too unfair to the player. Alright. Yeah. Badge. Purple tentacle. Okay. Alright. Let's see what happens now. Huh? Excuse me? Who is Sandy just looking at now? You notice how she turned her head to look? Who's she looking at? It's not Dave's ghost, but because you can't ghost Dave with this team. I assume it's meant to be whoever the it's meant to be Bernard, basically. But since you killed Bernard, it should be Wendy, theoretically, except Wendy's getting no love. So Wendy should be standing there, so it makes sense that Sandy would look at her. But no. They're just screwing Wendy over so bad here. Anyway. So now, I'm gonna kill... I'm gonna kill someone other than Dave. And have Dave save the day and see if Dr. Fred's dialogue is any different. Give card key to Dave. I think that's about it. Okay. And no, I'm not going to try killing off Wendy and Bernard at the same time, because you can't do that. Even though you're letting radioactive steam off the microwave, it'll kill only the character that you're currently controlling. Doesn't matter if there's another character standing right there. It's not gonna harm them. For some reason. But yeah, I'm gonna kill off both Wendy and Bernard. And Have Dave save the day and see if Dr. Fred's dialogue is any different. Oh, too early? Interesting. You have to let a microwave just the right amount of time for the steam to become radioactive. Alright. So now let's have Bernard call the meteorite police and kill himself. I believe when I went to pick up the glass jar from the microwave, it's still called a glass jar of water. But if you try and microwaving it again, it's not gonna turn radioactive into radioactive steam. So I guess you used up, I guess all of the radiation went out of the water the first time. So you gotta get some fresh radioactive water if you want to kill a second person. Okay. Alright, let Dave save the day. I wonder if Dr. Fred's going to acknowledge his dead friends at all or not. In copies of the game, when they were new, there would be like a hint poster packaged with the game, and it would give you some tips. But the way that they did it was kind of interesting. They basically made it look like a bulletin board at the local college, because all these kids are college students at the local college. I believe it's called like State College or State University or something generic like that. The actual location, like the state that they live in, is never specified. Although, since Jeff, the surfer dude, is a character, I guess you could guess it's California. But anyway, so there are various hints listed in these notes and newspaper clippings and all this other stuff that's posted on the college bulletin board. For example, after Sandy's kidnapped, there's a notice that cheerleading practice has been canceled. Dave posts a message on the bulletin board at the college asking people to meet him at Maniac Mansion to help him rescue Sandy. So I guess Maniac Mansion is like the name that the mansion is known by in the local community. Yeah. I guess it has like kind of a reputation. Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier in the stream, Wendy is the only character other than Dave who rescues Sandy. But other than Dave, Wendy is the only character that gets a unique ending for herself. Like she gets some kind of fulfillment of her storyline. Wow, Dr. Fred does not acknowledge the deaths of Dave's friends at all. Okay, so there's one more ending that I want to try, and then I think I'll call it a day. Um, so there's one more that I want to do. I want to do the kill off Wendy and call the Meteorite Police ending to see if we'll have both Sandy and the Meteorite Police at the talk show. Alright, so give card key to Dave. Give contract today. And standby loose brick. Or no, no, Wendy has to go and die. That's right. Okay, so Wendy's gonna die. Dave. Hang on, yeah, alright, so Dave purchased the bread. Okay. Now have Bernard call the Meteorite Police. And as I was saying, Wendy, other than Dave rescuing Sandy, Wendy is the only character where we see anything in the game that kind of acknowledges her story arc or her desires. Like, she's an aspiring novelist, so she helps out the meteor, and the meteor brings her onto the talk show to think. Um, Michael is an ace photographer for the college newspaper. He can develop film in the game, but other than that, um, there's really there's nothing. uh, he doesn't get an ending. Sid and Razor's in a band. Sid is an aspiring musician hoping to start his own band. Um, but they don't get any kind of endings. I mean, Green Tentacle says that they're his bandmates, but there's there's no unique ending for them. Um, Same for Jeff. Jeff doesn't even really have a storyline. He thought they were going to the beach. Um, this is the ending that I was most curious about because usually, if you give the publishing contract to Meteor and Wendy's alive, Wendy's at the talk show. If Wendy's still alive and you give the contract after calling the Meteorite Police, Wendy's at the talk show, but the Meteorite Police comes and arrests the Meteor. What if you killed off Wendy, but then gave the contract to the Meteor? Sandy is at the talk show. But what if you did all of that? You kill off Wendy and call the Meteorite Police. Would you get like a combination ending? Sandy's there, okay. And you get the Meteor. Okay, so that's a combo ending. That's interesting. I don't know if anyone's ever talked about this ending, this specific ending before. Okay. So I think I've literally played through every possible scenario from this team up. As I said, the other characters really don't get any kind of unique ending to the game. Michael isn't even really... He's an ace photographer for the paper already, so he's not pursuing anything. Jeff just thought they were going to the beach, so he's just along for the adventure. Sid and Razor's already in the band. It would be nice if she got a recording contract, which you can do. You can get her a recording contract. Doesn't affect the ending at all. Even if you use her to get a recording contract for the for Green Tentacle, I'm gonna close the emulator. It doesn't give any kind of ending. Sid hopes to start his own band, But even if you get a recording contract for Sid or for the Green Tentacle, and Green Tentacle says you're in the band, whether you want to be in Green Tentacle's band or not, I guess you don't have a choice, but there's no unique ending. It just ends up being about Dave and Sandy. And that's true for like all of the characters. Except Wendy. Wendy's the only one where it seems she's on her way um, to being an novelist. Just because she helped the meteor out, and the meteor is nice to her and invites her onto the talk show and gives her credit. Um, Suppose we could have like launched the meteor into space by putting it in the weird Edsel, but then I think all that you would get is the standard Dave and Sandy ending after that. Um, but yeah, so I guess there's really not much else to say. Wow, this has been my longest live stream ever. It beat my Doom live stream. Um, anyway, thank you for joining me. Um, I'll probably, I might do another Maniac Mansion stream sometime, just to play through, play as some of the other kids. Yeah, you're welcome, Hellstrings. Thanks for joining me. Um, but yeah, that's it for today. Gonna go and grab some lunch and probably watch some TV. Um, I've got like 5 episodes of Angel left to watch, so I think I'll do that today and tomorrow because I'm off work on both days. I might even watch all 5 episodes today. Who knows? And I just finished up the Buffyverse because I have been watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel for the past few months. It's my first time rewatching either of these series. I saw them way back in the day when they originally aired on TV, and I just decided to rewatch them. And it's been fun. And after that, I'll have to watch something else. So, anyway, um, thanks for joining me, and see you next time. It's 2:47 p.m. and that's it.